So I'm glad you all made it out. I know it can be challenging the day after the Thanksgiving holiday, but it's great to see you all here. And it's clear that there's been a lot of interest around the idea of 3D printing as a means to rapid prototyping. So that's what we're going to talk about this month. So we're starting a few minutes behind, but we have plenty of time to catch up to that at the end. My name is Linda Drabik. I started this meetup in 2013 when I saw that not a whole lot of people I found were talking within the investment and the entrepreneurial communities around IoT. It started and maybe 9 people came to the first meetup, and now we get lots of interest and lots of great ideas within the community, people who either want to learn more about IoT or those that are actively innovating within IoT. So definitely, if you haven't already, hopefully you had a chance to chat with your neighbors and chat with others here. Hopefully at the end you'll take the opportunity to hear what other people are working on. So I'm going to go through a few member announcements and asks and kind of typical stuff that we do at the beginning of every meetup, just to kind of feed to you guys the information that I'm getting each month. So each month, whether it's startups or conferences or strategic tech companies, a lot of those folks want to reach out to this community, and I'm happy to spread the word for them. So at the beginning, I try to run through those just so people are aware. I also post those to the discussion board on the meetup page, so I encourage you guys to take a look at that. And also feel free to post if there's job openings, opportunities, even something like a white paper you want to dig into with other people. That's a forum for you guys. So after I wrap up this deck, we will head into the main event, which is an explanation of rapid prototyping via 3D printing. Dano Wall joins us from 3D Hubs. He is a community manager and mayor of the New York area for 3D Hubs, so he'll have plenty of insights to share. He'll be followed by Godwin Morris of Skill Mill NYC, and she leads Skill Mill, which is coincidentally a new member of 3D Hub, so it kind of dovetails in nicely in terms of speaking to kind of the manufacturing side all the way down through. Godwin is going to let us know about cost-effective software that you can use for your 3D printing project to rapidly prototype. And then at the end, you'll have a few minutes to network before we wrap up at 8:30. Great. Okay, so before we move on, I just wanted to say thank you to our sponsor. So Elix is a global software service provider that's differentiated itself within IoT. It's won accolades as a top IoT developer, and want to invite Seb up here to tell you a little bit more.
Sure, thank you very much. So thank you everybody for coming. I'll keep it quite short and brief. When we're not sponsoring pizza and wine, we're a software development company. We're about 900 people, primarily in Eastern Europe. 94% of us have PhDs or master's degrees, engineering, computer science, etc. IoT is one of our core practice areas. We've been doing IoT for many years, both on the data collection side, also on the control side. A lot of our products are actually built for other companies, both the hardware platform and particularly the software, both for managing, for acquiring data, and then for analyzing data. We don't sell our own products. We work as contract developers for startups that may have an interesting idea, all the way up to some of the Fortune 10 companies that look to integrate our technology into entertainment, into transportation, into defense, into a broad range of applications. So pretty much anything that's out there, Internet of Things or Internet of Everything. We do a lot of B2B as well as consumer development. So some of our products are where development has to do with trucks, with tractors, with ships, with packages, with things that move around a lot. As well as the more traditional consumer products, particularly health applications and others. So thanks everybody for coming. With me are Mark Spielman and Rob Diamond in the back. We have a little booth in the back lot. If you like, please come and chat with us, but enjoy the show. Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you. Great. Thanks, Ev. And again, we really do appreciate our sponsors because they, from day one, we've kept the meetup free for members. And the way that we're able to do that is by the generosity of sponsors. So thank you for that to the team at LX. In addition to our sponsors, our supporters are also very important to our community here. So wanted to take the moment to thank two people in the room. Aaron Wright from Cardozo Law. Aaron leads the tech startup clinic at Cardozo Law. Did you want to say a few words, Aaron?
Yeah, sure. Hey everybody, my name's Aaron. Thanks for coming to Cardozo. I run a technology clinic here. We counsel young companies who work with about 150 different companies at this point and provide pro bono legal services. We're pretty thesis-driven, so we work with three major areas, including blockchain technology, payments, e-commerce, platforms. So that's where our expertise is. We work with a number of companies, and if you need any help, let me know. Thanks.
Great, thanks, Aaron. Let's give a round of applause to Aaron. Yeah, this has been something of a home base for us for a while, so we really appreciate the space, and it's a great space for all of us to congregate. And also a thank you to Jolly behind the camera there, who's from Internet Society. Thanks, Jolly. He often comes out and tapes as well, so we really appreciate that. Okay, and let's give a round of applause to Jolly. Okay, great. So I'll often take the opportunity just to let you guys know about any upcoming events. I don't have a December date planned. We may not do December, in which case we'll return in January. But there are two events of interest that I've announced at previous meetups, and that's the Brink China trip. So Brink is an hardware incubator out of Hong Kong. Many of you may have seen Bay McLaughlin speak at, I think it was maybe a year and a half ago. He gave a really great rundown of kind of the ins and outs of approaching manufacturing in China and really debunked a lot of myths and really gave very concrete and helpful advice to entrepreneurs. So they're a very hands-on incubator and accelerator there. And what they're doing to try to further connect the ecosystem is to offer a free trip. So it's not free as in they'll fly you out and put you in a nice hotel. You would have to cover your flight and accommodations, but really everything else they're providing at no cost. So they've set up a great week-long itinerary to help make introductions to the different factories in Shenzhen and elsewhere, and also connect you to other mentors there at their accelerator and others in the ecosystem. So if anyone's considering it, I would say it's very valuable. You know, they kind of pitch it as if, you know, it's for those who think you should be there already but aren't, or think you might be. It's you know, a worthwhile investment of time in terms of what you could get out of it. So just wanted to announce that. And as part of that, I would say a few months ago, I put together, just to let you guys know how I'm also trying to connect the communities here, I put together an alliance of IoT meetups globally. So New York is a very significant global community. I think New York is really right now, in terms of numbers, third behind Bangalore and London. So Bangalore is now at 10,000 members, which is very impressive, and they have a great community going there. So basically, I'm reaching out to IoT meetups in key cities that, like this one here, was established years ago, often as the first IoT meetup in that geography. And right now on board we have New York, which is this meetup, so you guys are all a part of this, San Francisco, London, Bangalore, Barcelona, Berlin, and also Hardware Massive, which is also a global organization. And through this, I'm trying to kind of connect these different meetups and get the word out when something like this opportunity for the Brink trip presents itself that could benefit everybody globally. So it's really meant to help connect the members. We could obviously get much more formalized and programmatic about it in terms of connecting folks through Slack channels and all that good stuff. And I'm definitely open to your suggestions, but kind of as a first step, I just want to let you all know about this. And also obviously say at the end, please catch me if you have ideas or suggestions, because this community is for everyone here and we want to make sure it thrives. Great. So to keep things rolling along, we also moved to IoT community announcements. So this can be if you're working on a prototype and you want others to, to collaborate. It could be if you're looking for a job, if you have a job. It could be if you have if you're aware of an upcoming conference that looks really interesting, anything that you think others could benefit from here, or that you'd like to make an ask of people. I've actually jumped ahead. That comes later. First, a few announcements. So please contact me if your team would like to present at a future meetup. Those of you who regularly attend probably see that I like to keep a nice balance between larger strategics and smaller startups. So last month we had Microsoft presenting on telemetry. This month we're talking about kind of a global network of 3D printing hubs. So I try to keep a nice balance there. And so obviously for any strategic companies as well as entrepreneurs in the room, or others that are focused on a specific area within IoT, feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in speaking. Quick community announcement. Who here has heard of Civic Hall Labs? Great. Yeah, they're doing great things over there in terms of GovTech and innovation, and they just wanted to get the word out in terms of Delta NYC. The November cohort applications were open. Unfortunately, I didn't get to check if they are now past due, but in any case, it's something good for you all to know about if you'd like to apply in a future round. There are plenty of IoT applications. Smart cities is just one of many that can be applied to civic tech. Anyone in the room working in civic tech? Okay, thanks. Okay, great. And then just an announcement on a few makerspaces. So this is a great slide because I've had this slide as part of the opening for probably well over a year. And I think, Godwin, you had spoken up, was it earlier this year? Yeah, as part of member announcements and asks, I had shown this slide. So we have makerspaces, Hack Manhattan, as well as JC Fab Lab in Jersey City. And Godwin, raised her hands and said, hey, I'm starting up one as well on the Upper West Side, and it's going to be educational and services and a maker lab and all these great things. I don't want to steal your thunder, but I'm very pleased to now have this up here as showing how the communities continues to grow, and that you all know that there's additional resources out there for you. So Godwin will definitely be speaking more to Skill Mill NYC during her presentation. We have another community announcement from QLab. So Tara, would you like to say a few words about that?
Sure. Hi, I'm Tara from QLab, and I help run their events and classes. Reboot is a co-working, co-teaching, and learning community. So if you would like to learn something or teach something, come to QLab. And because it's Cyber Monday, we have a code available on Monday for any of the classes on the site. And we come see you there. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Great. Thanks, Tara. And are there IoT-specific things, curriculum within QLabs right now, or more general? Okay. Okay, great. So it sounds like there's more broad-based curriculum there that can benefit any entrepreneur in the IoT community, and in the future there could be additionally more specific to IoT. So that's great. Thanks. Okay, wonderful. So last slide from me. So on to member announcements and asks. Who in the room has anything interesting to share or ask of others? Let's kick it off with Jolly.
Okay. As you know, I'm with the Internet Society. I do live streaming, so it's not hard to find our live streams. It's livestream.com/Internet Society. Recently, we've done our Hong Kong chapter celebrated its 10th anniversary and did a half-day symposium on IoT. Internet of Things, Devil or Angel was the theme on that, and that's on there. And then that was a couple of weeks ago, and then also a couple of weeks ago, the Internet Engineering Task Force, the ITF, which we're the parent organisation of that, had its meeting in Bangkok, and as their tech talk, they did one tech talk for the whole thing, which was the guy from Dime, Andrew Sullivan from Dime, giving a breakdown of that DDoS attack that we all know about, a few weeks back, right down the detail. That's well worth going and looking at.
Great, thanks, Jolly. Who else has an announcement or an ask? Any interesting projects you're working on that you are ready to share with others? Anyone looking for a role? Okay, great. We usually have a few more, but I think the turkey may still be in everybody's system and everyone's a little tired too, so. Okay, great. So now I'd like to welcome Dano Ball. He is from 3D Hubs. He'll be telling us a little bit more and digging deeper on this evening's topic, rapid prototyping with 3D printing. Let's see, he also, some of you may have seen, he has an FDM laser printer, or not laser printer, 3D printer to the table over there. At the end of the night after Godwin's talk and after we close things up, feel free to take a look at that. But he'll tell you all about 3D Hubs and what they've seen around rapid prototyping.